workspace. Is that correct?
This is the part where you speak up, everybody.
Don't be shy, folks. Cool. Well,
I can hear
again, I
you.
want to thank you for having me today. My job or my title is customer success coach, and that's just a fancy term for technical trainer. My job is to make sure that the subscribers in the area that I cover, and not just the areas I cover, but in all of our footprint, know how to use the system a little bit better. And so today I want to talk about a couple of new things that we have going on that can help your business. And I want to, at any point, if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions. I like to make these interactive, and I want you to feel that you learned something. And if something doesn't make sense, ask questions so I can make it make sense. Because I want you to walk away from this feeling like you learned something and you can comprehend a little bit better. So, first thing that I want to talk about. There is a tool that we are providing to you that a lot of folks are not aware of, and it's called Cubicasa. Now, if you go into the listings tab and scroll over to Cubicasa here, this is where you can sign up for it. I'm going to play a quick video for you, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. So bear with me. Hopefully you will be able to hear it.
Meet Cubic Evolutionary Floor Plan Solution for Real Estate. Create a floor plan in minutes with our easy-to-use mobile app. We've delivered over 1 million floor plans and are trusted by over 6,000 companies. It's easy to get started. First, sign up on our website, log into your account, and download the Cubicasa app. Watch our best practices video to see how the process works. Then you'll be ready to start scanning. Making a scan is fast and easy. Just walk along the baseboard. Scan no closer than 3 feet and no farther than 8 feet from objects. After capturing the entire property, send your scan for processing. Your floor plan will be delivered the next business day. The final result will be a totally customizable floor plan available in JPEG, PNG, SVG, and PDF formats. Check out our website, cubicasa.com. Floor plan is on us.
All right, so if you guys aren't using this, I definitely recommend giving it a try. You can, again, access this from the listings tab and click on Cubicasa and then click on sign up today. It'll take you to this membership page where you're going to just go ahead and register for your account. This app is completely free. It's a really, really cool and easy tool to use. Whenever you have a listing, after you've signed up, you're going to download it onto your phone, register, and log in, and you're good to go. You'll open it up, and as you're, going through the house, right? You've got a listing, you want to do a 2D floor plan. You'll pull out your phone, open up the app, hit the button, and then start walking through the property. Now, it's really great because it'll tell you if you're too far from the app, it'll tell you to back up. If you're too close, I'm sorry, move up. If you're too close, it'll tell you to back up. As you walk through the house, you'll see a little record button. And so any room that you walk into, you can click on the button and then record, hey, primary bedroom, primary bathroom, so on and so forth, right? Just so that way it's easily identifiable. Once you scan the property, you'll send it to Cubicasa, and within 24 hours, they're going to send you a 2D floor plan. And the best part about it is if it's under 5,000 square feet, they're only going to charge you, they're going to charge you nothing. Okay, so it's completely free if it's under 5,000 square feet. In this day and age where you all are, pretty much in business for yourselves and you're, incurring every expense for yourself, it's nice to have something that comes to you at no additional cost. So we're including that in your membership. Now, if you have a property that's over 5,000 square feet, there's going to be a charge, but it's only $15, which, seems pretty reasonable to me. There's a couple of different enhancements that you can add to it, right? So if you want a gross living area report, it's $15 per scan. If you want to have that 2D floor plan and add fixed furniture to it, it's $15 per scan. And then if, let's say you got a late start and you really need it like immediately, you can pay $15 and they'll give it to you within 6 hours. So you don't have to wait for that 24-hour turnaround time. Okay. Has anybody used this yet? Has anybody tried it out?
Yeah, I have. If I can take your screen back for a minute, I got a floor plan pulled up there.
Let me go for it.
Oh, let me see. I don't think it was up there. See, that's the problem. I gotta get back to it because it's in my supposed to be right there. Okay. Oh, no, 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 not that, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that. Come on now. All right, I have to go back in there and pull it up. Oh, hey. Oh. All right, can you see my screen?
Sure can.
Yeah, that's it. So this is a property that I have
I
listed.
actually, I don't think I can only see where it says cubic casa. We see your tabs, but I don't think we actually see the floor plan.
All righty. Let me figure out how to refresh this baby. Man, didn't mean to take all this time. Sorry about that. Okay. Can you see it now?
Still can't see it. I think your share option might have been a tab instead of a full window.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, I had good intentions, so let's get on with it. Let's get on with it.
Um, I'm sure you'll be able to share it with everyone after the meeting, but I will say that we did a training for it, and I work from home most days, and so I was like, okay, well, let me try it out. So I registered for the account, and then I went in and actually scanned my house, and it was pretty spot on. I will say that it's pretty accurate. What's nice too is that if the house has furniture in it. You don't have to move the furniture, which is great. So it does a really good job of using technology, to kind of guess the dimensions and so on and so forth. But the best part too is that there's a person on the back end that's reading and disseminating that information and actually building that 2D floor plan for you. Obviously, it's best if you start from either top and move down or start from the bottom, move up. But if you start on the main floor and then move downstairs and then go upstairs, doesn't matter. Someone will be able to decipher that information and put that floor plan together for you.
It is
Now,
really awesome. Yeah.
yep. There's times too, and I'm sure that you've been in a house that you're gonna sell, and internet connection is super spotty or the cell phone connection is super spotty. Doesn't matter if you use this tool in an area where even you don't have cell service, um, it will save it on your phone, and then when you get to a place where you actually have cell service coverage, you're able to then upload it and send it to them, and they'll be able to go ahead and send that to you. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? No?
Nope. Nope.
All
And
right.
I can say they are professionally done. And I'm sorry I couldn't show it. I'll try to drop it in the chat. But it is professionally done. They look excellent. And actually, I load them in to my MLS documents. So when an agent's showing my listing, they can also give floor plans out to the buyer, and it's really cool the way it does it. It looks very professional, very much so. So
And there,
we'll get through the rest of the stuff. I'll try to work on my tech skills and see if I can get it up there.
there's also a place that you can upload it. So when you're in a listing, and I'm gonna pull up my screen again, make sure I got the right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So you can see my screen. Perfect. So when you're in a listing as well, um, sorry, I got timed out. But when you go in to add your photos,
Mhm.
just going to show you real quick. Um, And just bear with me.
Yep.
Photos and tours. When you go to add photos and you hit accept, you can actually create your floor plan right here and add it in right there as well. So it's right in the listing as well. So you don't have to just upload it into the documents.
So when you say create your floor plan, you can go to Kubi Casa from there, or
You could just if you have the 2D floor plan, just
right.
create the floor plan here,
Gotcha.
and then just upload it right into that right there.
Nice, nice.
Yep. I also wanted to show you something new that we recently added into this into the system. Some people like to use offer management tools for accepting offers. If you haven't used one, there's a ton out there, and basically what it is that if you're using an offer management tool and you have a listing, you can create a folder basically for any of the properties that you're listing, right? And you'll create a URL and basically put it into the listing. So anyone that's going to submit an offer will click on that URL and then upload their offer that way, right?
Really?
What's nice is that it keeps things very organized and clean. You can actually view all the offers side by side, share them with your clients, so on and so forth. I know as agents, because I worked for a brokerage supporting agents prior to my role with Bright. I know that you all get bombarded with emails, right? And so it's hard to decipher what is actually legit emails or from what is spam, right? So sometimes you might miss an offer that comes in because it's coming from someplace that your email system doesn't recognize, so on and so forth. So we have added a space where you can actually drop in an offer management URL. So if you use a offer management tool, you'll create that URL, and then when you're creating your listing, you can put that offer management URL right here. And then when the listing goes live, you can put it in your remarks, hey, all offers will be accepted only through the offer management URL.
Wow.
When someone goes into Bright, they'll see that link and then they can just click on it and submit their offer there. It's a really, really great tool. If you're not using it yet, you can look into one. But it helps things keep a little bit more organized.
And
Another good,
is there a
go
cost for
ahead.
this one, Jimmy?
Well, so if you're using one out right now, yes, there's a lot of them that do have costs, but
Mhm.
we are working on a tool, and I think it's with SkySlope, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
where we're going to actually be providing you an offer management tool for free. It's going to be part of the Bright subscription. Okay.
Wow.
I can't verify the date that it's coming out because it's
Sure.
still in beta and they're working on it and they're trying to get the integrations done properly and so on and so forth. But that is something that's going to be available to all the agents. And I think that once you use it, you're never going to put a listing into the system without using one
Yeah,
again. It
absolutely.
is,
It's
it's,
crazy.
it's so nice. And just to be able to have one space where all your offers are going into that that they're going to be there, that you don't have to go searching for, and then like from that tool itself you can manage all the offers, send them to your client, so on and so forth, compare them, this, that, or the other. It's going to be a great tool. We have the URL spot where you can drop it right now. The actual tool we'll be providing for you is coming down the pipeline. Now, the biggest thing to know too is that if you as a listing agent use this offer management URL, it is only going to be accessible to anyone with access to Bright. Okay, so if you're a listing agent and you put this in there, we IDX a lot of information out, and all those listings go to third-party sites and so on and so forth. That offer management URL will not be visible to the client or to anyone outside of Bright. So I, as a consumer, cannot go on to like say realtor.com and look at a listing and then submit an offer there. It will not cut out the buyer's agent. So any client that wants to submit an offer will still have to use the method that we have now, where they're using an agent to submit an offer that way. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, sure does, man. That's nice. The banks used to use that when they're selling their foreclosures and stuff like that. You had to go in through those. and it takes the pain out. You upload everything, and then you get a receipt saying that they did receive it, and hey man, may the best man or woman win.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think one of the things that happens as well is that, folks, and I actually was speaking with an agent yesterday where you know, they had submitted an offer and she really believes that the agent is not showing it to their client, right? And so with a tool like this, it gives you the peace of mind of knowing that that offer is being shared because they have to go in and they'll see a list of all the offers that come in. And so, listing agents will share that with their clients and they'll be able to see all the offers that come in and they can explain it. So that your offer at least is being, viewed by the client and given serious consideration. But it's also going to just help keep things organized. I mean, in this day and age where you've got information coming from left, right, so on and so forth, it's nice to have a place where everything is unified in one spot for you. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, cool. We also have a new ad campaign that you can create in Bright. Okay. When the partnership with HomeSnap came to a conclusion, a lot of folks had said that one of the things that they really liked about HomeSnap was that they were able to create ads to promote their properties, via Facebook, Google, whatever have you, through that product was, right? We partner with a company called Collabra to bring you Ad Builder. And what this allows you to do is anytime you have a listing, you're able to create ads to promote on Google or Facebook and Instagram. Okay. When you have a listing and you go into your listing management, you'll see this tab that says preview your ad. You'll click on this and it's going to open up momentarily. It's not going to let me go far just because. All right, because I'm not a listing agent, right? But this is what it's going to look like when you jump in first, right? These are the types of ads that you'll be able to create, right? You'll see the Google ads, Facebook, and Instagram, okay? And this is going to give you all this information here, all right? And you're going to have the ability to kind of, generate leads through these ads, pick and choose the areas that you want to create ads in, so on and so forth. But the idea is to promote your property and hopefully get more exposure, maybe some leads that come into the system. Okay. Now, this is a paid product. Okay. It doesn't come for free. So it's up to you to use if you want or not, but it is available to you. The minimum spend, I believe, is $100, and you can run anywhere from like a 1 week to like a 1 month campaign. You'll choose how, if it's $100 minimum spend, it's going to do a 50-50 split between Google and Meta ads. Okay. Google tends to be, the more lead driven ads. They cost more per view, more per click, right? More per lead. But usually those folks have higher intent, right? Because anyone that's going online and typing in, a search is looking for something, right? Meta tends to be more of about building your brand awareness and things of that nature, right? And so they'll run ads and people will click on it, but generally people like in Facebook or Instagram are just clicking on something to get some information. Because it caught their eye and it's not necessarily something they searched, right? So that's kind of the difference in the mentality between the two types of ads. But when someone does click on that ad, it will take them to a single property website. We'll have the information from your listing. It'll have the photos, and then it'll have a lead registration form. So if those individuals want more information about that property, they can fill out a form, and then a lead comes back to you. Okay. If you've never if you ever have, I should say, run a Google ad campaign, it is probably one of the most cumbersome things to create. It can be very convoluted in the way it targets people and all the different information that you have to put in. This is one of the easiest ad campaigns that I've ever built in my life. It's simply like you put in your information, you'll put in your spend, You'll choose the area that you want to target. It's a 15-mile radius minimum. So you can't hyperfixate on certain areas. It has to be a 15-mile radius just because of fair housing. And you can expand it up to 50 miles, 100 miles, whatever, footprint you want in there. And you can move it around on the map as well. So if you have a home that's going to be listed down in like the Eastern Shore, right, and you want to target people, here in the DMV because it could be a summer home for them, you can move that map so that way those ads will run for individuals that are in the DMV area, right, as opposed to like where the property is exactly located at. So it's a really easy way of getting some brand recognition, getting your name out there, appearing in ads, and hopefully getting you some leads. Again, paid product, so I'm not pushing it, but if you do want to run campaigns, or ads, I would say try it out. Like I said, if it's $100 spent, it'll be split evenly between Google and or Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. If you up that spend, then you have the ability of diverting more of a percentage towards Google and or towards Meta, however you want to, kind of get those views. Once you've created that ad, you can view all the information. Instead of saying preview your ad, it'll say manage your ad. And that's where you can go in and take a look at things, see how it's performing. You can see how many views there were, how many clicks on that ad there was, and if any leads have come in. Leads will be sent to you via email, and you'll also be able to access them from your listing management. Okay. Any questions about that one?
No, but let me jump in here. I said I did put the floor plans in the chat, so you can download them from there just to get a little idea of what it looks like there.
All right. All right.
I have a
So,
question.
of course, go for it.
Okay, if you okay, you said $100. Is it anything that's cheaper?
That's the minimum spend for these ads is $100.
Okay, okay, all right.
I will say though, if you have MLS Touch, right, and you don't want to go through this ad, but you still want to promote your properties or any listings that you have, MLS Touch, which is the mobile app that we provide to you all, there is a Facebook integration, and it will allow you to, anytime you have a listing, choose the ads or choose the statuses that your listing is in, and it will automatically publish those listings to your Facebook business page. So it won't run an ad per se throughout Facebook, like where I, as a layperson, is scrolling through and then I'll see that ad. But anyone that is connected to me via Facebook will see that ad pop up in my business page as long as they're following me, right? And then you can also share it to your regular page so that way people can then see it that way. So that's a free option that you have to you.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. All right. So another thing that I want to talk about, and I don't know if you all are taking advantage of this. This is one of my favorite tools. So under the market tab, you'll find something called Smart Charts Pro. Okay. I was telling Chuck earlier, being members of Prince George's County Association of Realtors, you all get this tool for free. You're one of 7 associations out of our footprint of like 45 or 46 that are actually provided this tool for free. Okay. Now, the basic version of this tool will get you information down to a county level. But with the pro version, you're able to get information down to a neighborhood and subdivision. Okay. This is important. As realtors in the past, I think one of the reasons that folks, came is to work with a realtor was that you were the gatekeepers of all the information, right? Now, with the internet exploding and being what it is today, people can find information fairly easily. This is information that's still very, very hard to come by, okay? If I am looking at the town, let's say in the town of Bowie, right? I can pull up Bowie, right? And get information about closed sales, your new pending sales, active listings, your months of supply, new listings, median sale price, median list price, so on and so forth. There's a lot of metrics of information here, okay? But what's important too is that, like, if I type in Bowie, I can find all the advertised subdivisions within Bowie, right? So if I wanted to see what Buckingham and Bowie was doing, right? And this is all February statistics, right? We're in March now, so we don't have March's data, but I can see that in Buckingham, I can see what the closed sales were for February, new pendings, active listings, months of supply, right? New listings, median sale price, so on and so forth. Okay. So you're able to get information from a city and a town, but then you're also able to get information for those neighborhoods, right? And that's not really easy information for people to come by. Okay. What's also really, really good about this is that if you are trying to drive traffic to your website, all this information can be embedded, right? So if I click on this embed code here, I can choose the metric that I want, right? And then it will give me this iframe code. I'll go into my website, drop it in, and it will automatically populate that widget for me. Now, why this is important, a lot of folks create searches organically online, okay? They're not going necessarily to like a Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com or anything like that. What they're doing is they're getting online and they're saying homes for sale in Bowie, Maryland, right? Homes for sale in this neighborhood, places that they're really looking to buy a home in, right? And there's not a lot of resources out there that are going to give them like those monthly statistics, okay? But you are able to embed this stuff into your website so that way you actually it enhances your SEO on your website. So, if I search for homes, homes for sale in Bowie, Maryland, right? Websites are going to pop up. But if I've created a page, right? Like, so let's say, if I'm in Bright, right? And I create like a page on my website that says, homes for sale in Bowie, Maryland, right? I drop down, here's Bowie, Maryland. I can input all these metrics for Bowie itself, right, into that one page here. But then I can have resting pages under there that are all the neighborhoods and subdivisions, okay? And so what happens at that point is that Google and pretty much most other search engines are reading the metadata in the back end saying, okay, well, this person is an expert or has more information about what's going on in Bowie, Maryland. Okay. So where your webpage could have been, page 20 of the results, because you have more information about what is relevant to that individual search, you're being moved up, hopefully to page 1 or 2. And it depends on how much content that you're putting on your page, right? So it can be a little cumbersome to go in and start, creating, pages with all these metrics for each one of these towns, right? Because there's a lot of them in here. But the more that you're doing that, right, the better you're going to come up in results, because the algorithm on the back end is reading all that metadata and saying, hey, Jimmy's website is showing a lot of information about Bowie. Okay. Now, it takes some time, but the best thing about it is that once you've done it, you don't have to go back and do it again. Because if you notice, when you update, right, it by default says update automatically. So as the data refreshes within Smart Charts itself, it's going to automatically update on your web page. So you don't have to go back in and manually change that information again.
Yeah, let me jump in.
Does someone have a question?
Yeah, I had a statement. So what happens is that as the deal with this type of knowledge and this type of charts and things like that is that you are now the tip of the spear. In other words, they want to find out about Buckingham, Bowie, Maryland, the Buckingham area, Bowie, Maryland. They can go right into you, and you've set yourself above. And you're sending this out. You have it. You can, a lot of times through your CRMs, you can send out these charts to them, just letting them know that here you are and you're on top of it, even before they ask. Wow, I'm getting stuff about Bowie, Maryland. I'm thinking about moving, but I wasn't sure now. But if I am going to go, I want to go with somebody who knows the area so much that they're sending me information that I need right here and right now. So it puts you head and shoulders above your competition. Imagine you go out for a listing and this particular seller is trying to talk to 3 or 4 or 5 different realtors at the same time. You show up with the information. You show up with all this data. Depending on their personality type, you have to know how to handle that. That's something I'll cover and when we get to the coaching part there. But you have to look into their if they're an S or a C, they want data. You can't give them they're data maniacs. You can give them as much as you
Yep.
can. They're like loving it. Oh, give that to me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then you set yourself as the expert. So this is awesome information. And for it to be free and it's just right there, even low cost. In this business, you have to invest. So you're going to need to invest, whether it's $100 or $200. But if I invest $500 and I make 10,000, was that a good move? Take it away, Jimmy.
Absolutely. And going back to providing data is if you're going to, and one of the things that I like about this too is you have these reports in here, right? So you can pull in these 2 different static reports. So if you're going on, like, let's say a listing presentation or you're doing a CMA, right? You can, like, let's say someone is looking to sell their home in Buckingham, right? You can select these time periods, right? We can see what happened the previous month, and this is going to pull up into a PDF, which then you can insert into your listing presentation, right? This is going to give you good data of like what happened in this area that past month, right? You can see what happened in February, right? What happened the previous year, the percentage change. It's going to show you active inventory, financing, days on market, and then it breaks it down into a price point for you as well, right? So you can see, what the residential homes in certain areas sold for, 2 bedroom, the last 3 bedrooms, 4 more, and then it breaks it down into price. So this is a lot of good data, right? Now, obviously, I used an example where there wasn't too much activity that happened, right? So there's not too much to show here. But if you're working in an area that has a lot of properties for sale, big neighborhood that's just moving, like this kind of data is, a consumer doesn't easily find this information when they're going online, right? And this is again providing value, right? Which is how you set yourself apart from the competition is by providing value to your clients, right? Knowing that, showing them that you're the knowledge expert in what's happening and providing them the data to back that up.
Yeah,
Right.
and the competition won't have this information. We've had smart charts since I was president of the association, and nobody's using it.
Yeah, a lot. It's amazing to me that agents who've been doing who've been practicing real estate have been doing it for so long and very rarely any of them are using this information.
Yeah. Some of us because we're
You have
old
these
and
charts,
we don't like new things, but for all the millennials
you know,
that are in the business, you got to do it, man. You got to do it.
and whether folks like it or not, the world is changing, and if you want to be relevant and stay current, you have to adopt some of these these tools. I'm not saying that you have to do them all, and I've never said that, but find a couple that make sense, that work for you and fit your style. But I think that this tool itself is so fantastic. Here's another thing that you can do with this in here is that if you come into the charts, you can actually compare neighborhoods, right? So if I type in Bowie, I can add Cullington, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can compare all the different neighborhoods and give all these
Mm-hmm.
statistics to all the clients, right? And this stuff can be embedded in your website as well, right? You'll just hit embed, copy it. It's going to auto update, and you can put this in your website as well. So this is just dumping information on your website and enhancing it. And the idea is that, like, you draw them in with their search, they get the information that they're looking for, but then you're providing all types of other resources, right? Like if you work with lenders, right? Talk about the current interest rates on the market, right? First time home buying programs, current products that are out there, different, ways of being creative of buying properties. I know that a lot of people are looking at assumable mortgages right now. So if you've got like information about assumable mortgages, you can put that information to your website as well. So using this is kind of like the bait, it's the hook to get them, into your website, and then you have all this other real estate information, and then you put that call to action button on there that hopefully that they can reach out and give you a call, and create a conversation. Gives you at least the opportunity to have a conversation,
And you're paying for it anyway,
right?
so you might as well
They
use it.
say for every 40 real estate conversations that you have,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yep,
And it's free. I think someone had a question earlier. I apologize. Um,
Well, I think I threw something in there about MLS.
MLS Touch.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So bear with me. Now, there's any more questions about smart charts?
See, look, you all need to ask your questions, because if you ask me, I'm just going to try to get in touch with him, and you know, you might as well get the answers right here and right now, because Jimmy's got them.
No more questions.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Well, let's talk about MLS Touch. So I'm going to share my screen. Bear
So
with
Jimmy,
me.
we do have a quick question. It says, can you embed the smart charts into an email?
Um, I, I think you can. Um, give me 1 second. Let's find it.
Or like email newsletters. But yeah, those are, yeah, you pretty just printing to those. But I guess email newsletters would be, the link would theoretically update itself and things like that. So,
So I think you can. I think that you have to insert a widget to do it. Um, I know, if you're using a CRM generally, there's ways, because especially like when you're sending, like, because I use Outlook, right? It doesn't have CRM capability, so I can't do like a mass email blast, right? But if you're using a CRM, so I used to work with a tool with KV Core, right?
we have KV Core, yes.
Okay, yep. So you can absolutely you'll create that widget, and then you'll create that email blast, and then you can add a widget and then just drop that iframe code right in, and it'll populate right in there for you.
Yeah, you're talking Greek, and I know you are Greek, but okay. But the fact is, it can be done, and we can.
Absolutely. KV Core is a very powerful tool. There's a lot that you can do with that. I used to build out all types of cool stuff and embed like photos and hyperlinks and all types of stuff with it. And you can absolutely drop an iframe code right in there.
Cool.
All right. All right. So let me pull up MLS Touch. Bear with me. I just need to connect my phone. So hopefully you can see my screen. All right. So this is MLS Touch, okay? And you can go to your app store and you'll type in
Yeah,
MLS
we're still
Touch.
seeing smart charts.
Are you still seeing smart charts?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Hold on. Let's try
Hey,
that.
Jimmy,
Can you
it's
see it
not just
now?
me, huh? Yeah, now we see it.
Perfect. All right. So this is the app that we provide to you on. This is also included in your membership, so there's no additional charge to this. When you go into your app store, you're going to type in MLS Touch, right? And make sure you put in that dash, okay? And then you should see this logo, right? And that means you've got the right one, and you'll download it. You'll open it up, and it's going to ask for a couple of permissions. And I think where people get tripped up thereafter is that it'll ask you to select your state. Your inclination is just to choose Maryland, right? I mean, that's just logically what you would do. But what you're actually going to do is choose Bright Area, okay? And it should be the first choice that you have, okay? So you'll choose that. And then from there, it'll say choose your MLS, which is Bright MLS. And then you'll log in with your normal Bright credentials. And then hopefully, if you've done it and it's not giving you any hassles, you'll see this app here, okay? This is a great way of being able to kind of utilize searching and so on and so forth while you're on the go. It's not meant to replace the desktop experience. It's an accompaniment, right? And it's an app that you can actually create and brand to share to your clients, right? So we're going to go here in this More tab on the bottom right-hand corner. Okay. And you have this field here where it says brand and share. Okay. I'm just going to click continue because I'm going to explain all this. But basically, this is what it's going to look like when you first come in, right? You have the ability of putting your own logo in this area here and then changing your primary accent and variant colors for the branded app that you're going to share with your clients. Okay. Now, if you're going to select a logo, it has to be on your device. Okay. And be aware that it's going to, the logo is going to be in a rectangular form. It's probably hard to see the outline, but this is what the looks like. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you choose a logo and it's bigger than this area, you can actually pinch to zoom it, right? But if you zoom too far down, it's going to look it's not going to fill up the screen in the app, right? So you might want to use a tool like Canva, which allows you to kind of, create banners and things of that nature. And there's a free version of that you can use. You'll create that logo and then just, send it to your phone and then upload it there. You can choose your colors, right? I have an Android, so it's probably going to look a little bit different than if you have an iOS device, right? I will say that iPhones will allow you to also add an RGB code to pull a specific color, where Androids don't. But you can choose your color scheme and your logo and then share it, and then save it. Okay. Once you've saved it, you can share the app. Super easy. Couple of different ways. The first one is by clicking on the Share My App button, right? And this is going to allow you to send this by either text message or by email. Okay. I'm going to click on email real quick. If you have more than one email client, it's going to ask you to choose one. I don't know why it pulls up PayPal. It's not an email, but it does. Right. And then once you've selected your email client, this is the message that they're going to see, right? And this is the same way it's going to populate in a text message, right? You'll just scroll through your contacts in your phone and choose the contact that you want to send it to. But this is what it's going to say, okay? You'll email that or text this message to your client. They will click on this link here, and it will take them to their app store, okay? From there, they'll download the phone, and then they'll be prompted to enter in a code. This is the code that they're going to enter, okay? Which is case specific.
Hmm.
And this is how it recognizes that that client is tied back to you, right? So this code is specific to you and no other real estate agent or other agent that has access to MLS Touch, okay? Once they've downloaded and entered the code, this is what their app will look like, right? It'll have your logo up top here, your branded colors. When they click on My Agent, your information is going to pop up here. If you've ever set them up on an auto email, their information, those listings will show up in My Suggestions.
You mean like if we set them up in the auto email through the Bright?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So it'll tie back so they can, any new listings that come in, right, from that auto email, they'll be able to view from the app, right?
Well,
And they can
on their
scroll
phone.
through.
Right
And
on
then
the phone,
if they they can scroll through, take a look at it. If they like it, right, they can make it a favorite, a possibility, or discard it. You'll be alerted. They can send you a message, right? So like let's say they wanted to take a look at this property, right? They can hit share and send it in a message, email or text message, right? But if they send this in a message, they can say, I want to see this property. Now, it's probably not going to work for me in the one sense that I want to show you, but when you go back into your app, right, you're going to get that notification that they want to look at that property. So you'll get that message, right? They want to see this property. If you click on it, you can go to schedule showing, right? And you can actually schedule. Now, it's not going to let me do it now just because it's not accepting, but it's got showing time integrations built into it. So you can actually schedule showings right from the app.
Oh, nice.
So it's a really great way of collaborating with your clients. Super easy to use, really intuitive. If you'd like, I can come back and do another training specifically on this one, because there's a lot that this can do. And, I think we got about maybe 10 minutes left, and I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to really get through everything. But this is a really great app. I will show you one other thing. Which was here in the More tab as well. Right. I spoke earlier about being able to connect your Facebook business page to this. So if you go down to the Facebook publishing tool here,
Hmm.
you can click on the Connect tab, right, and just follow the prompts. So it's going to ask you to continue as yourself. Right? And you'll select the business page that you have associated with your Facebook account, right? I can't go further past this just because I don't have really, this is not my account. But once you've selected that, it'll show you the different statuses that you can automatically have Facebook, the system post your listings to automatically through to Facebook. I think it's coming soon, active, just sold, and maybe another one or two. I can't remember off the top of my head. And you'll select which statuses you want to have posts automatically done on your behalf. From there, you will preview the ad and make sure that the verbiage that they auto-populate is something that you like. If you like it, leave it as is. If not, you can change the verbiage. And then once you've selected the verbiage, you'll go ahead and hit next and save everything. And then every time you have a listing that comes into Bright, when MLS Touch recognizes it, it'll automatically post onto Facebook on your behalf. And if you have your Facebook business page then connected to your regular page, it will push to that. And then if you have your Instagram page connected to your Facebook page, then it will push to that as well.
Sweet. Wow. Hmm.
And this is part of your subscription, folks. This is completely free. So we do have a lot of trainings that you can access online. If you'd like me to come back at another time and go into a fuller, deeper dive into this product, I'd be more than happy to. Like I said, I don't think we have enough time,
Yeah.
today to get back into it, but
This is a big
it's a
elephant,
great
but
way.
yeah, we can definitely do that. Maybe even next month. Because
Let
this
me
is a
know.
lot of stuff to feed on. But I think that back to back trainings on it would help us to. We're in the spring market, so anything that we can use to help get everybody more business and to
Absolutely.
our clients. Yeah.
And think about it too, is a lot of folks will lay in bed, right? Get the insomnia and pull out their phone and start scrolling, right? No one's laying in bed looking at listings and properties on their laptop. They're all doing it from their phone. And
Yes.
so having this app that you can share with your clients that you can send properties to and vice versa is really it's a powerful tool, I think. And it's always branded to you. So if they do see something that they're interested in, they're going to send it to you, right? The whole app is branded to you, and your face, you're front and center. So there's no opportunity for them to look for anybody else.
Right. Right. And I can almost guarantee you that there's not a lot of people that even know about these tech tools out here. This is awesome.
There's a lot of stuff, and again, the best part is it's part of your subscription, so there's no additional cost to it.
Right. Right.
So taking advantage of all these tools that are available to you, I think as real estate agents, you all are bombarded with this, that, or the other. Buy this, buy that, and you all get a lot already included in from your brokerage and from your MLS membership and from your association memberships that there's more than enough there that can help you be successful in your business. It's just knowing what's available to you and using those tools and you know before you spend money on something else that might not yield you anything. So I'm a big believer of if you're paying for something, take advantage of it to its utmost potential before spending money on anything else that might not net you anything.
So true. So true. Exactly. Wow. Why reinvent the wheel when you already got one that you paid for? So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Questions, comments, concerns?
don't everybody be shy. Just unmute yourself and ask away. No bad questions.
Not at all.
Oh, everybody's gonna be all tight-lipped on me and whatnot.
Yeah, a bunch of
Hey,
shy folks.
yeah, whatever, man. You shy in real estate doesn't work. You got to be bold.
No worries, no worries. What I'm gonna do is I'm putting my contact information into the chat. So if you all have questions, and need, or follow-up questions or want, to ask me anything else, uh, please feel free to email me, give me a call. My job is to make sure that, all of our subscribers know how to use the system. Hello? Okay, sorry. Um, and I want to make sure that you all feel comfortable with it. And if there's anything that you all need, that I'm here to help you all out. So please don't hesitate to give me a shout anytime that you need something.
Absolutely, man. Good stuff. All right, I'll leave it up for a little bit so you can jump into the chat right now. And because once I close out, the chat goes away. But I also have Jimmy's information, so whenever you need him, he's right there. Shoot him an email and things like that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's helped us out many times before, and I think he's going to be our guy going forward. So, yeah, let's take full advantage of this thing.
Please
Okay?
do. Please
Anybody
do.
have any questions whatsoever? All right, I'm gonna I sent you all a link to schedule yourself on my calendar for your coaching and for your business plan appointments. So you have you have the power. I'm gonna stop harassing you and just send you the link. It's in the it's actually in the chat. Okay. But if anybody doesn't have it, just let me know. But it's already in the chat. And calendly.com /broker Chucko, and that'll give us some time. Basically, it's going to take about an hour the first time, but for those of you who have been through it and things like that, then after that, we're going to be doing 15-minute sessions every week. Just kind of accountability sessions. See where you are, see where you want to be. This is a good time to double your income. Like I told you last month, I want you all to double your income. Double your income. Okay, and then next year double it again, and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to load you with all the tools and tips and techniques that you need to take your business to the next level, because that's the strong will survive, as always. But you have to stay strong. Okay, all right. So good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. That's all I have to say on that. We got covered QB Casa. One thing: fair housing. Please do not discriminate in any way, shape, or form. That is a federal offense, and federal prisons are very, very tough. So please, it's everybody, just sell your real estate. Your job is to help people and not to judge them, because we ourselves are not judged. So everybody keep that in mind. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your Jimmy's giving you his information. So reach out to him if you need to. Reach out to me. Let's go make some money. Earn more in 24. That's what we do. All right.
Yeah, good information.
Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a good
Thank
evening.
you. Yeah, that was
Adios.
good information.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody.